Blog Talk Radio.
Souls, and welcome to the Compassionate Light Healing and Guidance Show. I'm your host, Catharine Han. And for those who are new to me, I'm an angelic healer as well as a spiritual teacher and coach and an angelic channel. So I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. We have a lot of things going on in this world right now. And so, even through it all, I hope you had a wonderful weekend with your family and loved ones. And, today we're going to be talking a little bit about what it is that's going on in this world and how we can really navigate through that. And this is what the archangels are talking about, want me to share about a little bit about today. And so for this week's energy, we have Archangels Zadkiel as well as Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. So I know I wasn't on here live last week, but they showed up last week as well, and you can see the post in our group, in Psychic Talk Network group. And on that post, we had mentioned about changing habits. One of the things we talked about was changing habits. And so, we're continuing on that energy. So this week's energy is going to cover, there's a lot of things going on in this world. And so the archangels want us to know that it's really going to be important for us to really switch that energy, to really, take this fear-based energy that we are feeling as a collective and to switch that vibration, switch our vibration, switch that energy so that we can really live in, what it is that we're meant to do, live in our purpose. And so, when it comes to doing that, a lot of times we feel into this fear because, we're reading into what it is that's going on in this world through news, through TV, all of these different things that are coming at us. So it's going to be important for us to kind of do a detox from the news, from the outlets, whether even, when it comes to Facebook and other social media sites, to kind of detach ourselves from it so that we're not always bombarded by all the news that are coming in every single day, sometimes every single moment, new news coming in when it comes to updates on this virus, updates on all the stuff that's going on in this world. So, even when it comes to shutting off notifications on your phone when it comes to news and things like that, so that we can really start to tune into ourselves and really start to listen to what it is that is on our hearts, what it is that the divine is showing us and sharing it with us, and to really connect back to us. So it's really going to be important for us to do that this week as we navigate through this week. And so, when we start to do that, we start to refocus our attention on what it is that we're meant to do, what it is that we can do even during this time. So, so that doesn't mean that, we ignore the advice that we're getting. We ignore avoiding places or all those things that we're being told to do, whether it's, being confined in your home or things like that. But to know that with what it is that's going on is that we can change the story. We can change the perspective on how to deal with that. And then that's going to help us to switch that energy. It's going to help us to raise our vibration. So, and when we do that inner work, when we really are able to look within ourselves, then we're able to then listen to what it is that we can do in order to switch that energy, in order to really be able to do things differently, changing those habits, changing the way that we go about our daily lives. So, for instance, this past Friday for myself and our family, we were told by our school district for my boys that they would have to stay home for 4 weeks. So the school districts around us closed, and so they will be home for 4 weeks. So, because of that sudden change, then we're being asked to really change how we do things. It doesn't mean that we give up and say, okay, and, panic and, let ego really come in. But it's really time for us then to realize how it is that we can really change the story, change our perspective so that we can still be in that higher vibration and work through this as a family, within yourselves, so that you can make it work and still be on that path towards your purpose and towards your goals. So, for myself, what it looks like is how I, work with when it comes to my business and do my work, as well as, help being there for my kids, helping them through this, through doing some studies at home, as well as, when it comes to my routines of, exercise and other things that I normally do at home when my kids aren't here. So it's about changing that perspective and changing your habit. And so, this week we're going to be asked to do that. So, that is going to be that energy that comes in this week. That it's going to be important for us to change how we do things, change that perspective. But it's really important for us to really look within and listen to what it is that the divine is showing. Listen to our own hearts and our soul, and that involves tuning in. That involves doing some self-care, even through the chaos, even through all the different things that are happening in this world. So that is the energy that's coming in this week, and we are going to be really we're still being asked to move forward into our purpose in achieving our goals and listening to what it is that our next steps are. And it's still coming in, but it's just going to look a little bit different than what you may have imagined or what you may have thought that it would look like. So, keep moving forward. It's not going to be as fast-paced this week when it comes to the energy, but, we're still in that energy of action and doing those things that we're meant to do. So this week, last week also I had talked about that balance of the divine feminine as well as the divine masculine. So we're still in that energy. This week we're going to be more into that divine feminine energy, where we're going to be asked to really tune in with our emotions, tune in with how we're feeling, and to really be centered and be grounded. And we can do this by doing some meditating. We can do this by doing some journaling. And it's really going to help us through this energy that's coming in, energy that you may be feeling from the world around us, this chaotic feeling, the fears that are coming in. And so that's why it's really important for us to do some detaching from social media, what news, all those different things, so that we can really focus on those things that are really important for us, what it is that we're meant to do, what it is that this year brings to us when it comes to our purpose and how we're meant to step out into this world and step out of our comfort zones. And yes, it's going to be hard for many of us, but we have to remember that we are here meant to do these amazing things. We're meant to do all these different things that we're brought here to do. And so it's important for us to keep focused on that. So that is the energy that is coming in for this week. From Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Michael, as well as Archangel Raphael. So if you have fears that are coming in, to work with Archangel Raphael and to tune in within him and to see where it is that these fears really stem from, so that you can really switch that story, that you could really change that story on what it is that you need to see. All right. So I do have a question that is coming in from the chat room. And so let's see here. But right before I go into that, I just want to also share that, this week's energy, as we really go into it, to remember that we are these amazing beings. We are able to do so much. And so, that's why we're doing the series on reclaiming your power. So if you are listening in, if you'd like some guidance, if you'd like to talk about the topic or the energy that is coming in, be sure to give me a call at 714-816-4628. And don't forget to press 1 on that keypad so that you can be on air with me. All right, so we do have a question in the chat room. So it says, hi, Catherine, any insight about the job offer that I received from the company? Okay, so Sandy A., if you're listening, so I have Archangel Raphael stepping forward for you, and what he's showing me is that everything will be okay. When it comes to this company, when it comes to, but it's really going to be important for you to really focus on those things that are truly important for you, and to listen to yourself, because there's going to be, if there's any red flags that you are seeing, if there's anything that is, really bugging you, that is making you question, it's going to be important for you to listen to that. It's going to be important for you to really pay attention to those red flags, and then to ask the questions that you need to ask to the employer, to HR, so that you can have that clarity, and then to be able to decide, is that truly right for you? Is it something that you truly want? And not to let fears come in or doubts come in about getting other job offers or anything else if you do decide that this is not the job for you, this is not what it is that you want to do. So, I hope that helps. Call on Archangel Raphael and maybe do some journaling around this. So what is it that's coming in that may be some fears that are coming in or any red flags that you may be seeing, and to listen to that and pay attention to that. If something does not feel right, it's really going to be important for you to listen to that, but also to remember that because there's so many other fears and lots of different things going on in this world, to really know that and to really tune in with the divine, with your guides and angels, to really know that it's what it is that's within you, and that it's not fears of other people that are coming in to influence that decision. So it's going to be important for you to really tune in to see if it is truly right for you. So I hope that helps, Sandy. All right, and we do have a caller, so let's go to our caller here. So caller, area code 256. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Kimberly, and I am calling from Georgia.
Hi, Kimberly. How are you today?
I am well. What about yourself?
I'm great, thank you. So how can I help you today?
Well, I was just wondering if you just had any messages for me.
Okay. So I have Archangel Raphael stepping forward for you, as well as Archangel Gabriel. So I do feel as if you have a lot of different things coming in when it comes to past as well as fears and doubts, as well as the whole, what it is that you're meant to do and your purpose. And when it comes to this fear, it does have to do with, things happening around us. So is that, and what I'm also hearing is that a lot of the fear that you may be feeling also has to do with the fact that you're an empath, that you're, you feel into the energies around you. So is that something that you've been going through recently? A lot of things coming in?
Because I myself am not fearful. But, when I look at things around me, I'm like, okay, I have to shut myself off. Because if I don't, it'll try to come into my aura. So I have to shut stuff off, social media, the news. I have to shut that off.
Yes, and, that's a great idea for you, because when it comes to empathy, we tend to absorb a lot of the energy that's around us from other people and things like that. So what I encourage you to do also is to, journaling is going to be a great help for you to get all of that energy out. So that's why Archangel Raphael, as well as Archangel Gabriel, stepping forward for you to journal everything out, all those fears and doubts that are coming in from the outside world that you're feeling into, write it all out. And it's going to help you with that energy, to switch that energy. Also, what I hear is to do a lot of self-care. So listening to music that you love. Doing some dancing in your house, all those different things that's going to really help you to switch that energy so that you can keep raising that vibration of yours. So also, do you have stuff going on at work?
Yeah, what's going on at work is because of the coronavirus, we're out for 2 weeks, and then they said we might be out for longer. And I know what it is. It's like, I like to have control because I was looking for, I'm transitioning out of the classroom. And I was like, well, what is it going to look like now? What in the world is going on? That's not in my plan. So, yeah.
But, just know that those things that you're meant to do, you're still meant to do those things, but it's just going to look a little different. So to let go that control, let go of the expectations on what that's going to look like, and go with the flow of the energy that, so that you don't feel into that stress that you don't need. because knowing that you're going to be provided for. So, just hang in there, release this energy, do some self-care, do things that you love to do, and really focus on really tuning into yourself. What is it that you truly want? What is it that you're meant to do? And then doing this journaling, because I do see other writing coming in with that. So do you like to do, when it comes to like poetry or things like that, when it comes to writing?
Wow, you are spot on. I write poetry. I just haven't written any lately, but I have a book of poetry.
Awesome. That's great. So, as you do this journaling, you're going to get back into that. Your energy is going to be able to switch so that you can go back into doing that. And that's part of your self-care. So, keep doing that work. Keep, switching that energy out, or the old energy out, and other people's energy out, so that you can continue to do those things that you're meant to do. And as you do them, as you do the poetry, as you do the journaling, you're going to get your next steps. You're going to understand what it is that you're meant to do, as well as how to continue to help others as you focus on what it is that you're meant to do and how to achieve your goals. I do feel this wonderful energy coming in for you, especially with this equinox that we are going to be experiencing this week, which I still do need to mention. But, keep doing that work because there's a lot of great things going on and great things that will happen. Don't let the fear that's around you really stop you from doing those things that you're meant to do.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much.
You are very welcome. I hope you have a wonderful week.
You too. And how do I contact you outside of Blog Talk?
Oh, you can go to psychictalk.net/Catharine. It's spelled CATHARINE. And if you go there, you'll be able to see the different Facebook sites that I have where you can connect with me there.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
You're very welcome. Okay. I hope you have. You too. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, all right. So, before we go on to any other callers, and if you would like some guidance, if you'd like to, talk about what it is that you're feeling or what it is that you're going through, be sure to give me a call at 714-816-4628, and don't forget to press 1 on that keypad. Also, it's part of the energy this week, and and of course, the divine had was reminding me through someone else, is the equinox that we are going to be going into this week. So we are stepping into the March equinox. So for us in the northern hemisphere, we'll be in spring. And so, as we enter this new energy, it's going to be one where we are going to be pushed towards really opening up, and we're going to be feeling into this new energy that comes in, even through all of the stuff that's going on around us. All the chaos that may be going on, things changing. But change is not a bad thing. Change is actually a great thing. And so, if you are into numerology, you would know that the 5 number is a number of chaos, but it's also about change. And so, and this weekend I was reminded of that right before I was notified by the school district that my boys would be starting spring break early, and then it will be for 4 weeks at least. I saw lots of 555s, and I was like, okay, something's going to happen. And sure enough, they come home and we get these emails saying that, our school district is closed. But, when it comes to, the chaos that's around us, it's also a number of change, because we're being asked to change how we do things, how we think of things, change our mindset, change our perspective on things. So, as we go through this change, even when it comes to the seasons, through this equinox, it's going to be important for us to do that and to listen to what it is that we really need to do in order to change our mindsets, to change our story on how we do things, how our daily routine looks like. So, if you are, asked to be quarantined and to be within your house with all your kids not going to school, or any of those things, how can you change your perspective so that it can be one that is positive, of one that's where you can still achieve your goals? How can you change your perspective so that you can still raise your vibration, so that you can think positively instead of, having that victim mentality and giving up? How can you change that so that you can thrive in this energy? If you are someone who owns a business, how can you work from home? How can you do things from home so that, so that you can still help those people that you're meant to help, reach those people you're meant to reach? When it comes to school, how can you do things differently? So, for our school district, what they are now trying to do is do virtual learning from home, so that even if things go past a month, that the children will still be able to learn. They'll still be able to grow when it comes to their education. So how is it that you can do, how can you change your perspective? How can you change what it is that you do on a daily basis? And so it's going to be important for us to look at those things and look at it from a different perspective. So let's go ahead and before we move on, let's go ahead and see what it is that is coming up on Psychic Talk. So we have on Friday, the doctors are in, so host Dr. Rose as well as Dr. Dax will be back, and they'll be talking about visiting the Irish Bay with special guest Mary Brown. So be sure to tune in with them, and they will have open lines as well as tarot mini readings. So be sure to join them there. And then on Saturday, be sure to tune in with host Mary Brown and Dax on the Tarot Today show, and they will have special guest James Brickless. So be sure to tune in with them. And then on Sunday, March 22nd, raising your vibrations with essential oils with Sharona Rapsick as she continues with her Magic Universe show. So that is what's coming up on Psychic Talk. And if you'd like to know what else is coming up there, be sure to tune in to the site, psychictalk.net/upcoming. All right. So, we are doing this series on reclaiming your power on my show. And, the angels, last month, showed this to me, telling me to talk about reclaiming your power. And it's so important for us, especially during this time where we're going through so much stuff right now. There's so much going on with the virus and with a lot of different things in this world that is affecting us. For those in different countries, there's lockdowns going on, with the schools in the states and things with the government. And so with all of this, it's so many times we can be so focused on the fear that's coming in and focus on those things that are going on in the outside world that we forget that we need to really focus on what it is that's within us. We have to remember that we are divine, love, and light beings. We're here for a purpose, and we're here to do those things that we are being called to do. And so, so it's really important for us to remember that, during a time like this where so much is going on, and when we are fearful, when we are consumed by the fears that are around us, that are coming in, that are what we're being told by other people, when we are so focused on that, we lose the sense of self, lose the sense of what it is that we're truly meant to do. And when we, give into those fears, and when we, really say we can't do anything about this, that's when we give our power away. That's when we, say we can't do this. We can't do anything about this. But in reality, what we really need to do is to reclaim that power, to say, yes, we can change the story on what it is that is going on around us, that we can do so much more even through what's going on in this world. So it's really important for us to focus on those things, focus on what it is that we're meant to do. Going into 2020, we had all these lessons. We had all of these things coming in from the divine that was showing us what it is that we're meant to do this year, and what we are meant to do in this decade. And so we have to go back to that. We have to remember what it is that we're meant to do, what it is that our purpose is, and the goals that we are trying to reach. So, this week, as we do journaling, as we do some meditating and focusing on ourselves and what it is that is on our heart, to remember and go back to the end of last year and what it is that Divine was showing us. What is our purpose? What was coming in that we need to remember and go back to, that we need to keep doing, that we need to keep striving for. And the Divine is always showing us through different signs and through different people. And so it's really important for us to go back to that and remember that. What is it that is our purpose? What are we here to do? And how are we supposed to use our gifts and our abilities to achieve those things? And, all these things that are going on in this world may seem like setbacks, may seem like, everything's falling apart, but we have to remember that we're still meant to do those things that are within that we are passionate about. And so going back to that and then asking the divine to help us to understand our next steps. What does that supposed to look like? What is it that we're really supposed to see in order to continue our journey, our growth? And during this time of all these different things happening in this world, this is a time for us to really transform. It's really a time for us to really grow and really switch that energy so that we can, say, okay, this is, not what we expected. This is not what I planned or I had, wanted to do. But how can you still achieve your purpose? How can you still achieve your goals? How can you still go after those things that you meant to do? And so, and it may look differently. So, going back to what it is that you learned and whatever it is that your next steps are, it's going to be then important for us to revisit those things so that we can tweak them. We can see how we can do it differently so that we can still do those things that we're meant to do. If you have been planning to create a business, if you have been planning to help people in this way, how is it that you can change that story? How can you still build that business and still go after your purpose and help others and reach those people that you're meant to reach? And so this is what this week is about. This is what is coming in when it comes to this month. And so I encourage all of you to really look within and see what it is that you can do in order to really be that light, even during this time when things seem out of our control, things seem as if things are falling apart. So I encourage all of us to really look into that. So before we end the show today, we're going to do a meditation. So if you are able, I encourage you to find a spot that you can be comfortable in and just sit comfortably. And then to close your eyes. And take a few deep breaths. So in through your nose and out through your mouth. And really keep focusing on your breath. Now I want to encourage you to put your hands on your heart so that our mind can go to our heart space. And once in your heart space, to create that atmosphere that is very calming for you. So placing elements in nature that really make you feel at peace. Help you feel still and help you feel centered, and once you have that, to imagine a door in your space, an open door, and we're going to invite our angels and our guides into our space. And then we're going to ask the archangels to join us. We have archangels Zadkiel, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, as well as Archangel Gabriel stepping forward for us. And as we are in this space with them, they're going to be surrounding us. And they're going to be sending their energy of love, of light, and they're going to be sending us the energy and they're going to be sending us energy that is going to help us to really let go of those things that are going to help us to let go of this old energy that's within us. So keep breathing in. So breathing in and breathing out. And as they send us this energy that from them, they're going to help us to expand our heart chakra, and our solar plexus chakra, and the chakra from our crown chakra. It's going to extend out outside of our body. So I want you to take a few deep breaths when you feel into this energy that's coming in. And Archangel Raphael is going to help us to draw out all of this old energy and this fear energy that's coming in, and help us to draw it out the energy that he brings. And then it's going to circle up into this energy above us, this cloud of energy above us. And Archangel Zadkiel is going to be there to help us to transmute that energy into love and light, into an energy that is going to fill us with this light to help shine it out. And to help us to remember who it is that we are and what it is that we're meant to do. I want you to take notice of what it is that you're feeling, what it is that you're hearing, and as we do this circle, this energy circling around us, it's going to be filled with this love and light that comes down from above. And as it does, with source energy coming in this beautiful rainbow, it's going to come in through our crown chakra. And go through each of our chakras, helping to cleanse each of those chakras and to help it make it brighter and clearer. And this rainbow energy is going to come out through our feet. And it's going to circle back to our crown chakra, and it's going to be this continuous circling that goes around to cleanse and to give us those messages that we need to hear. And as source energy keeps moving through, the archangels are going to ground your energy. So from your root chakra all the way down to the center of the earth, there's going to be this huge column of light that goes all the way down to the center of the earth. And from the center of the earth, there's going to be this bright white light that comes back up through your feet, and it's going to really fill each and every part of our body as it moves up. And then it's going to come out of your crown chakra. And then this light is going to fill the space that you're in. So outside of your body, it's going to fill the space that you're in. Now Archangel Michael is going to take his cloak and going to wrap it around us. So from our head all the way down to our feet, to really help us to integrate this energy that's coming in from the archangels from your angels and your guides. To help protect your energy. I want you to take a few deep breaths. Breathe out all of that old energy that you no longer need. And as we end this meditation, Archangel Gabriel sends this energy with this message of hope, a message of reminding of you of who it is that you truly are, what it is that you're truly meant to do, reminding you of death. And that you are so important. The work that you're here to do is so important. Take a few deep breaths. And then the archangels are going to step back. Keep taking those breaths. When you are ready, you can bring back awareness into your body. And you can open up your eyes. Okay, welcome back. So I hope that meditation has really helped you to really let go of this energy of fear, this energy of chaos that you may have been feeling that's around you, and to help you to protect your energy. And you can always call in Archangel Michael when it comes to your energy to help you protect your energy from outside energy that's coming in. You know, as soon as you wake up in the morning and as you are falling asleep, to call on Archangel Michael to help protect your energy and to help you to release all the old energy, all the energy that's not yours. And you can always do that by calling on him. And so I hope that, this is a meditation you can do over and over again. Source energy is still there and going to be there with you. Doing some meditating and doing some journaling this week is going to really help us move through this energy that is not ours, that is coming from all different people, the energy that's around us in this world. And as we focus on what it is that we truly are and what it is that we're meant to do, we then are able to focus on us, focus on those things that are most important for us, and then we're able to really have that fear fall away, have everything else that's not important, that is of ego and of this fear-based and lack and victim mentality, that all starts to fall away when we understand that we are meant to do great, and we are meant to do so many things to help so many different people in this world. And so as we focus on that, know that you're always provided for, and that the divine is always going to show you what those next steps are, what it is that you need to do next in order to really move forward. So that is the end of the show today. I want to thank everyone for joining me today, for listening in and calling in. And I hope you have a wonderful week as we move through this week, and staying focused on our goals and our purpose. And next week we're going to continue on with this series on reclaiming your power. So be sure to join me next week. And until then, I am sending you lots of love and light. As always, you can reach me if you need someone to talk to, if you are in need of some guidance. You can always reach me. I'm in the Psychic Talk group as well as on Facebook in different ways. You can go to psychictalk.net/Catharine, and you'll find all the different ways of reaching me. And I'm always there for you. So, please don't be afraid to reach out. And that's what I'm here for. So, sending you all lots of love and light. And we will be talking again soon. So, bye-bye for now.